So, Coach Mustafa, I want to ask you this, and Coltrane, you could chip in as well. American heavyweight boxing. Coltrane just mentioned that a lot of the boxers go to America to train with the coaches in America because there's a track record of heavyweight greats in America. You look for a top 10 list of great heavyweight boxers, the only one who is not American is probably Lennox Lewis. The rest are going to be all Americans. Probably the top 15 and 20, you could say. Maybe top 20, probably say all Americans apart from Lennox Lewis. So I'm not gloating when I say this, but British heavyweight boxing is doing pretty well now with Fury, Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois. What is? I know we've spoken. I know we've said it in the past that the other sports, American football, basketball, has been stealing the athletes from potential heavyweight boxers in America. So what has happened to American heavyweight boxing from its glory days? Who's next on the horizon? Mustafa, you want to go first?
I don't know, brother. I don't know.
That's a tough one.
Tough one, honestly. You know what I'm saying? To say, like,
Do you
there's a
think?
couple.
Do you think they'll go into the other sports like
Of
American
course.
football and basketball? Or do you have to? But
Gary Anderson.
heavyweight boxing is like the pinnacle of all sports. Heavyweight champion,
No,
heavyweight champion.
It used to be.
Yeah.
It used to be
Not
Fayz,
anymore.
not no more. Yeah, not no more.
So,
Them days are long gone in America.
so why is that?
Baseball,
Why do you
all
think
of
that's
that.
happened?
Because football, basketball, those are they're all the young. I got a gym indicator. I'm in a. This is the second most populated black county in the whole country. I had maybe 4 kids there. You know, but they on the football field. They on that football field like they're 100 deep out there. You know what I'm saying? And they do football all year round. So that's just I guess the dynamics of how the world is now. It's very, very, very bleak. You know what I'm saying? There's not many. If you ask me, I would say the Jerry Anderson kid is probably he's the best we had in years. And then we look at behind him, there's not many others. The kid Brandon Moore out of Florida, I think 14-0, 4 on top rank a couple months ago. Brandon Moore, he solid, young, learning, coming through, but the UK right now has a much deeper pool of even prospects right now in America by far.
Yeah, and a lot of them are using the American coaches as well, aren't they? So, Coltrane, what's your view on this then? The state of heavyweight boxing in America.
You know I love some American football. You know, me and you're a Washington fan. My team is the Eagles. I watch the NFL Red Zone
You
every
can't
week,
mention
and
Washington now. Washington are awful now. You can't call me that now.
yeah, bro, listen, I watch. And I'm like, look at all these heavyweights running all over the place. It's listen, man. Kids, like he said, are looking for easier path to get paid. Not easier because they still have to put the work in, but it's a much more simplistic process to become a millionaire. Being a professional football or basketball player, you don't have to take your body through what you would have to take your body through. Being a heavyweight, and the want and the need isn't there like it once was. Look what's going on right now in boxing, right? If I would have told you 30 years ago the best division in boxing right now is the lightweight division filled with African American fighters, like that was like unheard of. You know why black fighters left the lightweight division back then? Because there was no money down there. So they all moved up. Like that's just how it was in America. Traditionally, you look at, and it wasn't just black America, even any ethnic race, but for the most part, when you have black fighters fighting these smaller weight classes, I was just telling somebody about Mark Too Sharp Johnson, who was way down on the totem pole weight wise, and he said, he felt like that someone hindered his career because he wasn't able to move up and fight in the bigger weight classes. But welterweight became like the face of boxing, kind of. No, it did. De La Hoya, Trinidad, Shane Mosley, and all those guys, but it was perfected by Sugar Ray Leonard. and the Four Kings. But even those guys during that time, the heavyweight still was at its pinnacle, But I would say after Tyson retired, and then you went through the '90s with Lennox, Bo, Holyfield, that whole era. Once that era went away, so did the heavyweight in America. That was it after that. That was the last, hurrah for that particular division. And then it became all about the smaller guys. And then when Floyd comes along, it was no looking back at that point because he did something nobody was able to do. Not only being a smaller fighter, but a guy that don't knock people out, but yet become a box star, a box attraction, at the box office, what have you. So these other guys see it, these little guys, and the rest is history. And you see what's going on: Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Davis. The list goes on of these smaller fighters that's just they're the front, like they're help carrying the sport in America right now. These little fighters, Teofimo Lopez, they're all like smaller guys. So that's where we're at, unfortunately.